Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
The San Siro, for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history.
The action has already started.
So, Jim, what would you say are the main strengths of this formation?
The fact that it's easy to dominate the midfield using the two advanced midfielders to find those spaces in and around the area, which will force your opponents back. This is helped further by the fact that you're also limiting their capacity to play through you. And I would say it's probably more a cautious move than an attacking move.
Platini providing an outlet on that flank. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. He's found a way through. Played in with purpose. Cleared without complication. And that's been won straight back. He might be in here. Pull it. Oh, shooting chance!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Zanetti tries to play it through. Zanetti has it out wide and in space. Oh, surely that deserved a better outcome.
Yeah, that was really sharp. That kind of delivery can play havoc with defences. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Eto'o! Rijkaard tries to clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. Dink through, and he's in on goal. Chance! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Platini is offering a wry smile there.
And now they can clear their lines. It's a really well-measured ball. Produces a cross. Ferdinand can get it clear. And here's Cruyff. Well, nothing to report in terms of goals, but it's not for the want of trying.
Yeah, the tempo is strong and the game has flair and lots of potential for me.
It's a searching pass. Oh, that's a key interception. Zanetti. Now it's Eto'o. And this is Ibrahimovic. Pinches it off him. Neither of these two want to come off second best, and that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Milan look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back, they're not wasting any time. They're just trying to get the runners away as quickly as possible.
Oh, that's fabulous.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence. Gullit did incur the wrath of the referee and has earned himself a booking in the process. Nedved, probing pass. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And it's Bellingham. Takes aim and crosses. That's a decent clearance. And it's Nedved, looking here to chip it through. And he's cut it out. And he's there to get it away. Turns back here, probably the best option. And Zanetti. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. He's shaping up to have a crack from here. This is a great chance to take a lead. That has earned a reprieve for the time being. Nedved going for... It's Ibrahimovic! Goal! Milan! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Well, for me, you can't fault the keeper there. The effort went in at the widest possible point off the upright. Nothing he could do.
Milan have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Platini. That's a good ball. Goes for a shot! It's in! And the lead lost no time at all.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
The breakaway clinical and clean, and the finish unerring.
Well, we all know, Peter, that this is a team capable of breaking extremely quickly. The opposition should have been alive to the danger, but they fell into the trap.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he's picked out the run. That's the keeper's ball. Opts for safety. There's the whistle for half-time. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. And we are up to the break.
Well, for us neutrals, this is fantastic. If you're a fan from either side, it's unpleasant. And as for the managers, check your heart rate.
That's been a decent 45 minutes. Competitive, certainly, and a goal each. So we're into the second 45. Zanetti. Big chance! Oh, good-looking ball. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Ferdinand kept his eye on it, and he's there. Bergomi. And it's played forward. Ferdinand kept aware. And it is reclaimed easily. Well, he's felt that, hasn't he? And it's Eto'o. Gullit. And this is Gullit. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. Araujo gets it clear. And here's Gullit. Great chance! He's scored!
Well, it's hardly a great surprise to see him doing something thrilling, and it should send a strength and courage through every one of his teammates from here.
Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
Cambio di giocatori.
Brazil choosing to make the first change. Milan get themselves into the lead. And they've got rid. And here's Gullit. Eto'o. Threads one in. Nesta spots it and intercepts. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to save from up here, I know. And he gets rid in a hurry. Now it's Luis Suarez. And it's hoisted clear. Now it's Pelé. Pelé! That was superb goalkeeping.
Pelé really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero
Brazil
22,
have their second corner now.
Numero 18, numero 17. Lasciano il campo per il numero 5. Cristiano Ronaldo.
Vieira.
Il numero 13. Iniesta.
And he's
Il
heaved it
numero
away.
26. L'affluenza di quest'oggi è di 80.000
Good pressure, good intensity.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Brazil still have the cards to affect this game. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Salah.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
He is through here. Chance for a shot! He's got a goal! And there's the goal they've been looking for. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, look at the manager here, he's absolutely fuming and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Milan go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
The crowd are calling for this to be put to bed. There's little sympathy about.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Iniesta. Can he get on the end of this? Vieira. So, what can they make of this? Ronaldo might just make this. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's Gullit. Zanetti. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, that pass isn't the best. And that is as far as they're going to go. Played into space. No, he's just misjudged that one. Distributed tidily. And he's forced to go back. Vieira. Looking for the run.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And this is Gullit. Luis Suarez. Luis Suarez! So, third corner of the game. Gets his head on it! A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Eto'o clears. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And here's Hullet. Now there's a decent chance! That's unlucky, just wouldn't come down.
He's not happy, and you'd expect that, but at least there's plenty of appreciation for what was a genuinely fine effort.
Vieira wins the duel this time. Nedved tries to pass it through. Vieira. Passing is crisp and sharp. Neto. Iniesta. And the number on the board is 3. Played back in. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him. They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
That is good alertness. Now, can they get him away? And we're done. In the end then, no joy. Not for the want of trying, not for the want of running. Simply they were beaten by a better team on the day. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Brazil desperately failing to impose themselves on the game.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Red and black wherever you turn, the San Siro is buzzing. Certainly up for this one. We have already started here. Milan have chosen to go with a 3-6-1 formation, Jim.
Well, I can only suppose that the plan is to play on the counter-attack, Peter, to lure the opposition up the field and look to spring a surprise. There isn't much point in keeping your wing-backs deep if up against only one striker. So deception would appear to be the theme with this system, and I think they've got a good chance of making it work as long as everybody is committed on the counter.
So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, Peter, I've been hugely impressed with what I've seen so far from this guy, Jude Bellingham. You don't become a regular at one of Europe's leading teams at 17 unless you're very...
It's Ibrahimovic! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he? They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
That's a decent clearance. And now they can spring out of defence. Oh no, this does not look good. Rijkaard. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And he's forced to go back. Now he's off and running. Zanetti in acres of space out wide. Yeah, he's offering an apology for that. He needed to deliver a better ball. Searching pass he's played there. Brazil yet to have an attempt on goal. Eto'o. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Bellingham. And it's Vieira. And this is Ibrahimovic. Goal! Milan! Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
That's what he lives for, Peter. Not a lot more to add.
Milan have fired themselves in front.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game. Brazil are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best.
Time shapes to shoot!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Rijkaard. Gullit producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Good read, needed to be. Bergomi with the clearance. Oh, good-looking ball. And that's put paid to a promising move. And it's Michel Platini. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Zanetti. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, nicely intercepted.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Gullit. Nicely weighted ball. And this is Ibrahimovic. He's having a shot! It's in! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye.
That really is quite fabulous, all his own doing.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
And now he has two. Milan are doing very nicely, thank you.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Nesta makes the interception.
Milan have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
Now, can they get him away? Oh, what has happened here? Ferdinand getting this one clear. And this is Ibrahimovic.
Ibrahimovic really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Yaya Toure. And it's Yaya Toure. Looking to play him in. And this is Nedved. And he's managed to get free. And he shoots! Relentless! Just relentless! And they're at it again in double quick time. And it's half-time here. Well, that was as one-sided as it gets. Only one side have shown up here, and they're just tearing it up at will.
Ricordiamo a tutti I tifosi che tra poco sul maxi schermo saranno trasmessi gli orari degli autobus navetta.
That gets things going for the second half. Brazil didn't have a great first half. They need a change of fortune. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now that's well seen too.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Zanetti. Rijkaard. Ibrahimovic. Looking for options for movement. Face to face with the keeper. And they've got rid. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
That is a great pick out. And that has been cut short. Platini. Back to the keeper it goes.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
Ibrahimovic receives it in a good position here. He's coming under serious pressure here.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Well timed, excellent interception. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Zanetti gets into a good position. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Ferdinand. It's a pretty loose pass. And it's Gullit. Great vision. Oh, that was vital. And claimed it back swiftly. Now it's Cruyff. Looking for the run. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Now it's Platini. Good ball, good take. A header! And he's there to belt it away. Zanetti. Pullet, who's set up one goal so far, and he's worked it through.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Bellingham. Passing is crisp and sharp. Has a look and plays it forward. Bellingham plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. No way through. Cruyff. It's a searching pass. And they're not going to make any further progress now. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Ibrahimovic showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And the pass is intercepted. That pass has been well intercepted. Opts to play it back. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Played out to the right. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Now it's Cruyff. Now it's Platini. Bellingham. It's a really well-measured ball. He has found the way through. The final 5 minutes. It's Nedved! It is a very, very good save. Could move up a gear here. Can he get it through? Oh, well measured. Czech breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it. They've got to make this nice and quick.
Gets a good foot in there. And we're done. Brazil suffer a humiliating defeat, and if that weren't painful enough, there's all the analysis and scrutiny to come. It was a poor show all round. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Well, look, it was very one-sided. Their players didn't turn up for the first half, and then it all went downhill.
Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Well, we're on the way. Well, now here is a young man who really does seem to have the whole world at his feet. Lamine Yamal, a player of barely matched potential and indeed of barely matched expectation.
And the inevitable comparisons that go along with that, Peter.
And are those comparisons justified?
Well, from what I've seen of him, so...
There's a quick free kick. Yamal! Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Showing great feet there. Yamal, challenged just a bit on the firm side. Good running, strong and purposeful. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Looking tidy in possession here. Tries to play it through. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
Passes coming off in quick succession. Chance for a shot! Cleared without complication. And here's Yamal. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. He's having a shot! Goal! Well, no goalkeeper would keep that out. It really was a bullet.
Yeah, you just don't save those, Peter. Too much power on, and the manager's absolutely loving this.
Brazil are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Figo going face-to-face with his great rival. A little off target.
Brazil really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Rijkaard. No, that was never going to make it.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Cute ball now, how can he reach it? And he's managed to get free. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. He's had it nicked away. Great vision.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Nice interception, well timed. That pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
And he shoots! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Brazil have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Ibrahimovic, looking to play him in. Cruyff is offering some sort of an apology there.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Oh, it's played, up he goes! Firm header, just off target.
He did so well there, it's just a shame about the accuracy.
It's Cruyff. Now then, the ball's come loose. Driven forward. Giroud is herring after that one. Vieira. Bergkamp. The message is clear. None shall pass. And that was very necessary. It's a throw-in. been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Yaya Toure.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Oh, he's been caught napping! Shot a goal! He scored! They have come roaring back!
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Giroud looks to get on the end of this. Vieira. Passing is crisp and sharp. Now, can they get him away? Platini. Now it's Cruyff. That is a great pick out. Well read, nice interception. Nesta. And there's the end of the first half. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. So your views on the first half?
Well, both sides would have expected a closely fought match, and that's pretty much what we've got so far. The early exchanges, I think, in this second half will be worth keeping an eye on to see if any adjustments have been made to change things.
That's been a decent 45 minutes. Competitive, certainly, and a goal each. The second half then, just getting going. And it's Ibrahimovic. Nicely worked. This looks promising. Yamal. Cross is blocked, and that's a corner. It's their second corner of the game. Got nowhere to hide after that one. Showing good feet, and he's being shifted off it. So, third corner of the game. Tries to get it clear. Cruyff. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. And now they can spring out of defence. And this is Cruyff. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Platini. Ball played for Rijkaard. No, that's been intercepted. Now it's Yamal. Great ball if he can get there. And this is Ibrahim. It's Ibrahimovic! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Ibrahimovic actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Yaya Toure.
Ibrahimovic really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Rijkaard. Now it's Platini. Oh, well measured. Giroud chasing after it. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Ibrahimovic couldn't quite force his way through this time, but boy, he had a go at it.
Well, I think it's good he took the opportunity to run at that back line. I'm sure it won't deter him either.
And this is Ibrahimovic. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Thuram is fouled.
Substituição no time do Brasil.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Camisa 19. Camisa 17.
Pele.
Camisa
Luis Suarez.
18.
And it's
Camisa
Ibrahimovic.
9.
Giroud.
Deixando o campo para a entrada
Oh, it's a
de
promising build-up, this.
camisa
Plenty of
23.
really nice passing.
Camisa
Now it's Yamal.
4.
The ball goes in.
Camisa
He
16.
gets big.
Camisa 24.
Firm header, just off target.
That's a great attempt, although he clearly feels he should have done better with it.
Oh, that's well spotted. It's a lovely, neat pass. Ferdinand. Rodri. Pele. It's Makalele. Ibrahimovic. Yamal will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Pele. Vieira. Now it's Hullet. Over to the left. Pele. That's the keeper's ball. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Figo. Oh, super ball. Oh, shooting chance! And yes, it's there! And again they hit the front. Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
Can make a change for the first time in the game here. So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Yeah, all their effort pays off in the end. It just took that extra bit of dynamism to...
Mbappe! He scores! And this is getting better and better. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing. Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Seedorf. Oh, the ball's gone astray. And it's Bale. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Platini. Neither of these two want to come off second best. He can get that clear. And that is out of play. That's going to go a long way. It's going to be another throw. Nice control. Now that's well seen too. Pull it. And it's Vieira. Oh, easy pickings there. Mbappe. Now it's Platini. Can he get on the end of this? Tries a shot! In for the pieces! Relentless! Just relentless! Up by 3! They have their boots on... And that's it. So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So we're up and running. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, when it comes to youth and potential, Peter, it's hard to look past Pedri, who is probably...
Shoots! Forward it goes. Platini just eases him off the ball. And he cuts out the supply. He won't be happy with that one. Platini. And it's Ibrahimovic. Maldini promptly onto that, and that is that. Platini. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
That pass has been well intercepted. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Rijkaard. Oh, a delicate chip through. Cannavaro attempts a clearance. Maldini. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
And they can counter here. And it's Michel Platini. Cruyff. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Gullit. Luis Suarez. Vieira. First quarter of an hour gone. And here's Suarez. Pedri could try cutting inside. Climbs up big! Tries to get it clear. Brazil yet to have an attempt on goal. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Gerrard. And it's Michel Platini. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Platini cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Pedri. Now he's got space here. No, he's just misjudged that one. Brazil do have a chance to counter here. Cruyff. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Pedri. Pass is coming off in quick succession here.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Now it's Platini. Suarez looks to get on the end of this. Platini. Pedri, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. And this is Cruyff. And it's Michel Platini. Platini! Goal! Brazil! And Brazil take the lead. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
Brazil have fired themselves in front.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. It's come to nothing. Ferdinand looking for the run. And the finish! It's in! And the lead lost no time at
at all.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up. Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
And Cruyff! Oh, it's come off the upright.
Ibrahimovic might just make this. Bullet. Now it's Luis Suarez. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Now try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. Platini. Ambitious ball here.
Oh, that's clever.
Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing.
Minuto de acréscimo.
Cruyff. Platini. Platini! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
This possibly the last play of the half. That is great defending, so alert. And that'll be the final action of the first half. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. So all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break.
Fornecidas pela polícia local no telão.
Atalanta get the second half started. Knocks it out wide. It's a promising run he's making on the right. And this is Ibrahimovic. And this is Cruyff. Solid defending, refused to be outmuscled. Atalanta needed that, they really needed it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
He's through now, is he? And he shoots! Marvellous goal!
Dependability is one thing, and he brings that to his game, but that sort of dynamism is another attribute he's blessed with, and it's revealed on a regular basis too. Superb.
A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
Atalanta take the lead.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Leicester kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. So can they find a way to turn round this deficit? Now it's Ibrahimovic.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Gerrard. And they're back on the ball again. Can he spark a counter here? Aims beyond the defence. Good ball, just the goalkeeper to beat. Tries a shot! It's in! And this is getting better and better. And that was as close to certain as can be.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came off beautifully.
Substituição no time do Brasil.
Brazil can now introduce the first of their substitutes. So the lead now is 2.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Maldini. And it's Gerrard. Laid out to the left flank. And that pass just didn't quite work. Rodri. That is good alertness. Pull it. That's Vieira. Nicely aimed pass. And this is Pelé. He could be in here. Vieira gets it clear. Genuine physical edge about this game. It is quite attritional. No way through, so back it comes. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And that's put paid to a promising move. Araujo spots it and intercepts. And Cruyff! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. And the pass is intercepted. Now it's Luis Suarez. Knocks it into space. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Now it's Pelé. Cannavaro. And this is Pelé. And claimed it back swiftly. Can he finish? They've scored! Back within one! They have them in their sights again! No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
Oh, smashing header! It's in! And that should do it! Within sight of the finish line. A really thumping header, absolutely crashes it in.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball, made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Atalanta go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
Yeah, I can't think of a better time, Peter, to get that 2-goal cushion. That, for me, should be decisive.
And the flag has stayed down.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
He steps in, and that's the end of that. Well timed, excellent interception. Now he's off and running. Pelé looking to penetrate opposition lines. Oh, that is a good ball to find him.
Pelé really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Chance for a shot! He has done it! And what a climax we have here! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Brazil give themselves a chance of a fairy tale finish.
Well, the mindset has changed. Now they need to find all the courage they can get.
Confirmation that there will be 4 minutes stoppage time. Atalanta are looking to break at pace. And that will be it. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end, momentum shifting this way and that. The kind of match, as neutrals, we all love to come and see. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Well, the surprise for me was seeing a team look so feeble.